All right. So, after watching my fellow classmates' videos on chapter 5 of Endemic, I would say that our thoughts kind of meshed well together. And I say that because a lot of us were in school, some were in high school, some were in college during COVID, and we all noticed how big of an impact COVID kind of hit for everyone. And I think personally, that's when we all started to realize how important mental health is. And we started to destigmatize mental health during COVID because we were all stuck inside, and everybody around us was trying to make sure that everyone else's mental health was doing good. So I think some of the things that my classmates said or mentioned were a lot on like how the mental health crisis affected children, which I would say is very true, especially during COVID. And I think some of the information that I can take from my fellow classmates is that we can't really say, oh, this, and this about someone's mental health because we don't really know what's happening or what's going on, essentially, until we talk about it. And I think that's one of the main things that we took from COVID is that we talked about it. We mainly talked about that's when the telehealth visits and all of that came about during COVID. So they incorporated that with therapy appointments, and I think a lot of us struggled with how impactful it was towards our mental health. So I think some of the information that I can take from that is to even though afterwards we kind of went back to how things were, and we kind of almost stigmatized mental health again, which is what we shouldn't have done to begin with. I think taking what my classmates said and just incorporating it into my own knowledge of what I experienced during COVID, to make sure that we prioritize mental health, and especially in school because kids are finding themselves, and just the podcasts that we listen to for the other discussion board, social media is a very huge part in that, and I think we need to be careful. So taking what they said and just making sure that kids understand the importance of the effects of cyberbullying and how sometimes someone's mental health status isn't what someone else's is. So making sure that we have readily available supplies and readily available information and support for these children.